This is the Midnight Snack. I am your host, Steven. This is
Kris.
And we are two snacks.
Having snacks.
There was like an old school YouTuber back in like when YouTube first came out. It was just this teenage girl, and all of the content was just she would turn on the camera, she would look at it, make some faces, no sound, and then that was it. That was the entire content. And she got like hundreds of thousands of views.
What?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a real thing. I can't remember the name of this YouTuber. It's fucking killing me. Why do you think that is? Who do you think that demographic was, Kris?
It had to have been children.
No. It was 50-year-old men. It was like ages like 30 to 50 to 60-year-old men were the main demographic. So she was accidentally drawing an audience of pedophiles. And then she's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this as a thing. Yeah, I know.
That's so bad. Oh no.
Welcome to the stream.
Oh no.
Yeah, welcome to the Midnight Snack. World's full of pedophiles, everyone.
It is. Holy shit.
Yeah. There's that thing where you can like look up the location like of all the sex offenders, like where they live. I've always been too scared to look because I don't want to know. Because this is also Reno. This is Reno. I know we live in like a better part of Reno, but all that means is there's more wealthy people that are able to get away with it. That's all that means.
Yeah. See, I'm sure. See, that's the exact reason why I don't want to look at it either. Because I don't want to get paranoid of my entire neighborhood. You know? Like, I'd rather just live in blissful ignorance. And if it's, if I grow suspicious of someone, then at least it's there. I can look at it.
I know they're out there. I have that knowledge.
Yeah.
But I don't need to know if they're in the apartment. Well, maybe I need to know if they're in the apartment above me. But I don't need to know where all of them are at.
As long as they're not like an apartment that I have to pass by. You know? Like,
absolutely.
Yeah. As long as, if it's an apartment that I can avoid at all times, then yeah.
Absolutely.
Downtown is a nest of pedos, dude.
Yeah, I think that's all downtowns, because that's where the general scum of the earth can like congregate generally.
Yeah, it's nowhere near.
Not that like downtown in some places can't be nice places. Downtown is like the center of a city, essentially. And that's also where a lot of the poverty is. Which I'm not saying if you're homeless, you're a pedophile. That's not what I mean. I just mean there's not great stuff happening in impoverished neighborhoods. That's all.
Yeah, it's just there's a lot of unfortunate people who end up finding themselves in areas like that. Like,
they're there because of the consequences of their actions.
Yeah, they are the ones that make it scummy.
Right.
They are the ones that make it scummy. They don't deserve to be there. They're just the essence that causes the scum.
Right. What you can do is you can just elect them governor, and then all of a sudden it's okay. And then it doesn't matter.
Then it doesn't matter.
And then it doesn't matter.
Oh no.
What are we eating?
Well, I kind of wanted to have a little bit of redemption for last week's Orzo and how it took me so long, and now I know exactly how to make it. Although our friend Kaylin helped us make it today. So
thank you, Kaylin.
Yeah, thank you, Kaylin. So our Orzo today has mushroom, spinach, roasted tomatoes, and shrimp, sauteed shrimp that I sauteed earlier. And then we have pan-fried in butter salmon that was like pre-seasoned. I bought it pre-seasoned because, I don't know, it sounded really good. And a lemon wedge.
Congratulations, Kris. Thank you for your food.
Yeah.
A round of applause for Kris.
Aw, thanks.
Yeah, you think should we try it?
Yeah, I should get us napkins. I always forget to do that.
Just use banana.
Do you want my tails? Oh no.
Lurking at the gym, Fuck yeah, brother, get this shit on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, lift all that protein powder, brother. Alright, I'm gonna try a piece of this. This salmon is really good, by the way.
Yeah, I'm glad you like
it. Oh, Cocoroni Tony! Oh shit, son! Yes, now I go by my stage name as a comedian instead of Starletter. You can still call me Starletter or Star or Fuckface, whichever you choose.
Or Dick Suckin' Tony.
Well, yeah, you can call me Dick Suckin' Tony. That's right. So, those of you who don't know, Dick Suckin' Tony was a character that I played in a skit that another comedian, Matt Owens, wrote and directed, and I was Dick Suckin' Tony. Whatever. I'm just letting you know that it's just a bit.
Also known as his alter ego.
Yeah. Dick Suckin' Tony is essentially gay me. I mean, like, I am bi, but it's like if you just isolated the gay out of me.
I was about to say, you're hella gay, dude.
But it's just like if you just took all of the gay versions of me, then and then isolated the part that likes women and monster trucks and like
you can be gay and like monster trucks.
No, you can't.
I'm gay and like monster trucks.
Dude, let's be real. Monster trucks, kind of gay. Yeah. Really gay. You're watching a bunch of men handle equipment.
Handle my equipment.
Yeah, you're fucking rubbing men, rev their engines, and rub some dirt in it. That's what they're doing. They're fucking ramming each other, dude. No, wait, that's demolition's derby.
Which is also, like, fun and hella gay.
Yeah, dude. Demolition derby's also pretty gay. They're just trying to penetrate each other. You took acid on a Monster Trunk show once, dude?
That sounds dope. Dude. I would totally do that.
You don't recommend it? Why? What was bad about taking acid at a Monster Truck show? It smells like exhaust the whole time. You get claustrophobic.
Yeah, okay.
I guess it was an indoor arena, correct? I went to a Monster Truck show in South Dakota back in July, and it was at outdoor venues at a rodeo grounds. Didn't feel claustrophobic at all. It was very open. It didn't smell super bad. I mean, it smelled kind of like horse manure because it was rodeo grounds. I feel like if you're doing any kind of psychedelics, ideally you want to be in an outdoor place.
Yeah.
I think that's so much better regardless. Not that you're going to have a bad trip if you're inside. It's just you're going to have a better experience.
Yeah, it's a different experience. I also really like taking shrooms and just watching movies and like cuddling with my ridiculously large bear, which I have a bear almost the size of me, and that's like the best thing to cuddle all on shrooms. You didn't know that. It is. His name is Desmond. He's a moon bear.
Desmond the moon bear.
Yeah, he's a moon bear.
Why'd you name him Desmond?
Because at the time, me and my friends were still obsessed with ASDF movies on...
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. So, I gotta show you guys this, just because I'm really kind of proud of it. There's skin on this side, and I got it super crispy.
Banana? No. Don't fuck with the microphone, girl.
Yeah.
As soon as I'm, like, talking about how I got the microphone setting, because you do everything you can to ruin it. Yeah. Shrooms and scary movies? I can't do... Banana?
No!
Fucking hell. God damn it, Banana. Okay, we're good.
With all the banana hair now on it.
No, I can't do scary movies and shrooms. I can't do it.
Neither can I.
Banana, no. No, don't. Banana got...
The menace is menacing.
Oh my... I love you, but you can't use the microphone stand as a scratching post.
Yeah. You got your own scratching post, homie.
Oh, and now she wants the salmon. It gives me a bad trip though. It like makes the special effects cooler, but it gives me a bad trip.
Yeah.
And the whole point is to have a good time. I remember when I was on shrooms a while ago, like 9 months, maybe a year ago. I was just like watching music videos, and listening to music is like great, but the thing is like about mushrooms or when you're tripping, if you don't fuck with the song, you really don't fuck with the song. It's like bad. It doesn't matter why or the reason. You just don't fuck with the song. You just don't want it. And so I was listening to Spirit Box. I was listening to the thing. I was like watching the music video to Hurt You, and there's all these like creepy. It like the visual like one like a lot of the visuals were like me, but if my skin was gray and I was naked, and so it was like really creepy. And it just like really, I was like, this is so awful because I was tripping so hard. And it was just not great. I had to skip the song. I had to change a different song. I watched the Hey Bear sensory movie videos. Do you know what I'm talking about? This is what I watched. I just watched this instead of Spirit Box while I was on shrooms. Dude, these when you're on shrooms, or even if you're just high on weed, ideal.
I
Very
like it,
fun.
and I'm not very high.
Oh, pineapple thing. Fuck yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, go pineapple.
Go pineapple. Get that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Shake that
shit.
ass.
Watermelons.
Watermelons in.
Oh, shit.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, get it, watermelon. Yeah, give him some room.
Oh, shit. They got swagger,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Alright, I'm done with this. It kind of just amplifies your experience, essentially what you're saying.
Yeah, you just like the contrast. I'm not a huge fan of that.
I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
I deal with anxiety so much in my everyday life. When I'm high, I really just want to relax.
You don't want to try it around people? Well, ideally, that's the thing. Like, if you were on mushrooms with people, that makes it better, because then other people can, if you do start to have a bad trip, then other people can help you out of a bad trip. It's good to have a babysitter, because I've made that mistake before. There was one time I ate 4 grams of mushrooms by myself.
Oof.
I had a bad fucking trip. I had to call one of my friends and have them like talk to me because I was just having a really bad. Well, you do it with people that you trust. Do it with someone that doesn't give you social anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Do it with people that you love and trust.
Yeah.
Don't do it with me. I'm awful. Oh. Don't do it with Kris. She forgot how to eat.
I did.
That pineapple, dude. I'd suck that pineapple. I'd suck the pines right off of that apple.
Oh no.
I'm living up to the Dick Suckin' Tony name.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Eat 7.5 and visit the aliens.
No, I'm chilling.
No.
I'm chilling on that though. Thanks.
Mo told me about one time where he had just such an insane amount of mushrooms that he could literally see all of the demons were like on each other's bodies. He could see the demons that were like latched on to everyone around him. He just had just a shattering experience. I don't remember how many grams of mushrooms he took, but he was just...
He was on another level.
He visited hell, I think. He found the gate to hell.
Let me know if you need another person there. I'd be down.
I'll watch from the window with my pants off. You know, for support. And a gun in case anyone tries to break in. I'll be your bodyguard. Your moral and oral support. I don't think I've taken more. I think the most I've taken probably was 4.5. I weigh like 90 pounds, so that's a fuck ton for me.
I don't know.
For a small boy.
I take a couple stems and a couple caps and call it good. I look at it in the palm of my hand, I'm like, yeah. Let's do that.
I traded him some Cuban cigars for a bag of mushrooms. That was really cool. I didn't weigh it. I didn't know how much it was, but I ate the entire bag. That was a great trip. I had a good time.
Yeah,
that
awesome.
trip actually was actually really important to me because I realized that I got over my fear of bugs. I was just by myself, just like listening to music or whatever, And I started having a trip while I was just laying down on the couch where there was just a wall of slimy bugs just crawling all over the wall and the ceilings, and they were leaving like black little slime trails. My thought when I saw that was like, oh, look at these happy little creatures. They're just visiting me. That was a feeling and thought that I have. And then ever since then, I was like, I literally had some of the most disgusting things in my apartment, and I was just okay with it. Because then I had that realization is, oh, bugs are just other small creatures, and I love them as well.
That was
really
beautiful.
Cool. I know. It was.
Gay.
Have you seen the mantis shrimp? The mantis shrimp are crazy.
Yeah, the ones that can like punch and
yeah. Have you seen the mantis shrimp that like punch through the glass of like an
aquarium?
Yeah,
yeah,
and then
totally did.
Yeah, and then essentially accidentally try to kill themselves from freedom, from trying to be free. What does that say about our society as a whole? Absolutely nothing. Mantis shrimp are really cool, but they're terrifying. What do seahorses taste like?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I've never heard of seahorse being served anywhere. They are mostly eaten in Asia and widely used in Chinese medicine. Apparently, they serve of no nutritional value and they taste awful, which is why no one eats seahorse.
Yeah.
I'd want to eat a male seahorse that is currently pregnant as a statement. I want to eat male seahorse and all of the hundreds of babies that it is currently holding.
I feel like that's no different than eating roe.
Multiple homicide. Woodlice are crustaceans? What are woodlice? These things are so cute. They're like, are these roly-polies?
Yeah, don't they like...
Roly-polies! Roly-polies! They're adorable. I remember finding roly-polies in my yard at home, and I'd put them in jars and then they would die after like 5 minutes. But they were cool. Do you remember that, Tony, forgive me? You kind of look like the dude that ate worms when they were pretending to play soccer. Sorry, that's mean. But I just thought of that kid that would eat worms. It's just that kid in Kicking and Streaming that would freak out the other kids while he's like eating worms. You were too busy actually playing the field, brother. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, you're getting pussy left and right. Fuck yeah, dude. Did you actually play soccer? I actually played soccer in high school. You definitely ate boogs and fling poo. So yes to both. So we'd be kicking the soccer ball while just like just like picking your nose, eating boogers.
Yeah, kicking it past like players and flicking burgers at them.
Yeah, you know those kids that would just like have just like the waterfall of snot down their lip. You're just like just like kicking the ball and scoring not only on the puss but also on the goal because the kids would be too distracted by your face. Yeah, I mostly was soccer. I did a couple of years of track, but I was mostly soccer, and I did soccer year-round. I did indoor and outdoor soccer, and it was fun. I loved soccer. I had a nickname. It was called Crazy Legs, because I was, like, really good on the ball, and I would kick women.
Okay.
Yeah. It was crazy.
I just want to dance.
Dude, dancing is so much fun.
Love it. Yeah.
Dude, here's the thing. Dancing is like extremely athletic, dude.
Yeah, it really is.
If any man would get over their just internalized bitchness of being a homophobe.
Homophobe.
A homie.
Your brain pray to your homies, man.
We all pray to your
Okay.
homies.
We okay.
It's like, damn, you're my homie, but not like that.
But not like that.
But not like that. I'd kiss you on the hand, but not the mouth.
Cheek kisses, cheek kisses.
Cheek kisses. Like they do in Europe.
Like in Europe.
Europe's like weirdly, it's kind of like football where it's like homoerotic, but they're still homophobic.
Yeah.
Like guys in football, they pat each other on the ass. They're like, "Fuck yeah, brother!"
Yeah.
And they're
how
always
they fake
naked
each other
around
and
each
shit?
other, and they're always naked around each other in the locker room. And like, then there's like in Europe, they're kissing each other. I've seen kids and boys in Turkey hold each other's hand while walking down the street, like, but then they're wearing some right-wing propaganda shit also at the same time. It's very strange how people can be so gay while being anti-gay. It's very strange.
It is.
It's like you're already there. Might as well just like touch his butt too. Oh wait, you're already doing that because you play football. You slap each other's ass all the time.
Good job. Good job. Good game. And then you gotta slap them on the ass. Good game.
Yeah, might as well just put your finger in their asshole. You're already mostly there. You're just like 2 inches away. Sports fans are just as gay as observant as like Taylor Swift fans. Yeah, you see that now that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, because Swifties and sports fans are now getting along. Actually, no, that's a lie. People hate Taylor Swift more than ever because sports fans they love the sport, right? And they want people to focus on the sport. But then when the Chiefs are on, it's like every 10 minutes they cut to Taylor Swift reacting to something or just sitting there doing nothing. And so sport fans are just like, I don't care about Taylor Swift. This is kind of annoying. So some of it's justified. But that doesn't mean you just fucking hate her. That's not her fault.
Yeah,
That's
not her
the
fault. He's
sports
not asking
media
them to do it.
exploiting her clout for their own benefit. Don't hate Taylor for something that she can't control. Taylor Swift's wonderful. I think she's great. I think she makes great music. I think the thing with her record label, that producer or whatever, trying to ice her out of her own music and take all of her rights, and now she's doing all of her albums again, just redoing them under her own label. Punk as fuck.
Yeah.
Mad respect. Both sides of the fence because I want good football, but also like when outside entities enjoy the same thing I enjoy. Yeah, because like I think ultimately, I think it's bringing new fans to the sport.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of Swift fans that don't pay attention to football and never did. But then Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce, and then they pay attention. And well, let's be real, if they end up breaking up, which they probably will, if they end up breaking up and Taylor Swift stops going to those games, a lot of those fans will stop caring again. But some of them will stay, because then some of them who just weren't even open to the sport will then be like, oh wait, I actually do enjoy watching this now. Sometimes Taylor Swift could just be their gateway drug to enjoying football. It just sucks that they probably end up being a Chiefs fan because I fucking hate them because I'm a Broncos fan.
I don't watch golf.
Yeah, what are you, gay? There's a lot of hot athletes, man. But also, you can
They got
appreciate
cute
their
butts.
beauty both off the field and on the field. Both on the ball and on my balls.
Honestly the only thing about watching sport. The only good thing about watching sports is seeing how many cute butts are out there on the field.
Absolutely.
Just give me a cute butt,
Just
you know.
so many hot man butts. You're a Raiders fan? Well, we can both hate the Chiefs, but you're still a division rival. I don't think I can... Like, the enemy of my enemy is my friend right now. Because the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl and both of us are out. But when it comes back to the regular season, I'm going to be back to hating you. Sorry. That's just how that works. Denver have been an awful team for a decade. You can give me shit all you want. Like, that's fine, but it doesn't mean the Raiders aren't also just shit as well. I like the Raiders more when they were in Oakland, okay? Then they were a respectable team. Now that they're in Vegas, they fucking suck. We also beat Kansas City this year.
Yeah, fuck Kansas City.
Yeah, what does Kansas City have? They have Mahomes.
Go Sports.
And they have maybe like the 5th best barbecue in the country. Because Kansas City does have good barbecue, but all of the South has better barbecue.
This is true.
What else does Kansas City have? Nothing. They have part of Omaha, the talk center capital of the world. Oh, cool. You have the biggest economy of the worst job ever. Wonderful, Omaha. To sum this up, I hope Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce break up. For the only reason that it will make Taylor have another really great breakup album. Yeah, I want Taylor to make another great album. That's what I want. I want them to break up for selfish reasons.
Make a good album without being broken.
Nope. I mean, you're right. But I'm being purposefully ignorant and selfish right now.
All right.
Let me have this.
Okay. Right.
There's a lot of music I've been listening to. Has anyone been watching the weird, insane beef between Nicki Minaj and Megan The Stallion?
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Dude, that shit's got me so fired up right now.
Yeah.
Because Nicki Minaj looks like she looks insane.
Completely like calling herself out. Megan wasn't even like calling her out, and then Nicki is like making it known that that she's like one of those bitches that married a pedo. So
she did marry a sex offender.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Megan came out with a song named "Hiss," and she calls out a ton of people that talk shit and use her name for clout and all of this stuff. And she had a bar about Megan's Law, and that wasn't even specific towards Nicki, but yeah. Nicki has hated Megan ever since Megan has existed, yeah. Right? And so then Nicki, ever since hearing that bar about Megan's Law, just started going on a rant on Instagram Live. She started retweeting all this shit, and then she made a shit-ass diss track called Bigfoot. Nicki Minaj has embarrassed herself. She's tearing apart her legacy. Embarrassing as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Talk about self-reporting and self-destruction.
Yeah. Some people would have looked her way, but not a lot of people would have looked her way until she straight up outed herself. Just like out of nowhere. Like she wasn't even getting called out. She wasn't tagged. It wasn't shit, Man.
Yeah, Megan.
And she's like starting shit over nothing.
Yeah, so Megan had one line in an entire song, and the song "Hiss" is actually super good.
Yeah.
It's a fucking fire song. Megan The Stallion's probably one of, if not my favorite, woman rapper right now. She is so fucking good. She's got an amazing flow, great wordplay. Her voice and confidence is just so intoxicating, right? And it sounds like she's like real. Not in a fake way where she's like, you know how people say like, I'm just being real, when it really means that they're just being rude as fuck.
Yeah.
When I say Megan's being real, she's just telling you how she sees it and what's true, because this shit needs to stop, right? Yeah. Now, Nicki, she made the song Bigfoot. It has a trash beat, right? It's just this shit-ass Casio keyboard. It's listed as a spoken word piece, technically. It's basically spoken word over a shitty beat. And her response was, "You're tall." That's her response. Nicki made fun of her for tall and for having a dead mother, and for getting shot in the foot by Tory Lanez. Which, none of those are good disses.
Yeah.
None of those are good disses.
Imagine the only bad thing somebody who hates you can say about you is the fact that you're tall, which is something that you marketed yourself as. As somebody who has lost a family member, like a close family member, like your mother, and like just there's nothing bad that Nicki Minaj could really say about her. There really is like no originality. There's no artistry in the song that she made. In the diss track, it's just it's just petty shit.
It's mean girl shit.
She just wanted to put something out there, and it's not even good.
A diss is good. Like it's kind of like doing a roast in comedy. Roast in comedy is good when there's truth in it, and when it says something about someone that makes them look bad. You know, right? Now, when Nicki just says you're tall, being tall in itself isn't bad, especially when you're specifically proud of it. Having a dead mom, that's bad, but making fun of someone for it isn't a diss.
Yeah.
That's just you being mean.
Yeah,
sorry, Nicki, do you have dead family members? What if she made fun of you for that? That's like, if your best diss is, lol, you have people that loved you and now you're sad for that they're gone, that's not a good diss. What was the other thing? Getting shot? Yeah, so she was a victim. You're victim blaming.
Yeah.
And she also makes fun of Megan for fucking a lot. What's that like? Nicki, everything in your music is sexualized.
Yeah, also, talk about how you get it.
Also, good for Megan for fucking a lot. That's great. She's empowering women. Let them fuck.
Yeah.
It's great. Let Megan fuck.
Let women fuck.
Yes. Quit slut-shaming these great and powerful women, Nicki.
Actually, I don't want a sweater that says let fuck on it.
That's a great shirt. Yeah, let women fuck.
Yeah.
So what Nicki says feels like sad high school drama. But what Megan said on hers is she's just fed up with people being shitty in the music industry.
She was calling out a lot of people in the music industry that are married and enable these sexual abusers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, it wasn't towards Nicki per se, but because it applied to Nicki, she took it personally. Which means that she's very self-aware of what her situation is.
Yep.
She's not in denial. She's aware of it.
She's aware of it, but she's not able to like own up to it.
Yeah, but she can't even have the plausible deniability about it now because she's already outed herself on it. There's nothing more that she can do. She can't be like, oh well, I had no idea. He told me this. He convinced me this. You know, like how people tend to do in these kind of relationships where they're enabling these abusers.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Nicki Minaj has her fan base, the Barbies, right? Mm-hmm. She has a fan base like every musician has that's as big as her or even smaller than her. Every musician has a fan base that will live and die for them. So Megan saying shit about Megan's mom will bring fans to say awful things about Megan's dead mom. They will probably send death threats to Megan. They will probably just do whatever they can to Megan because fans love Nicki, and then will go on Twitter or social media, or probably at certain points, maybe in some scenarios, maybe not this scenario, but in a lot of scenarios, fans dox famous people.
Yeah.
And that is literally threatening to life.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
It's irresponsible for Nicki to do that. It's shitty. It's petty.
Especially
God
since,
damn it, Nicki.
Ever since Taylor started, she's been dealing with her stalker for a while, and something like recently happened to her in the news with her stalker and how he didn't stay in jail for very long, and he got out on bail or whatever, and he immediately went back to her place and got arrested again. Yeah, when she squared up to Miley, she didn't even have a right to do that because Miley wasn't even saying anything about her. She mistook what Miley had said to a reporter about her, and she like mistook what Miley had said. She like squared up to Miley for what appeared to be no reason, especially towards the end of what Miley was kind of her stupid era. But she was a Disney kid, you know? She didn't have a childhood. So as soon as she was able to break out of that, yeah, she was going to have a wild phase. You know, let her have her wild phase. She wasn't hurting anybody, and she wasn't even hurting herself, really.
Yeah.
It's nobody's business.
Yeah, ultimately, you gotta let people be who they are.
Yeah.
Like, what has Megan done that justifies anything Nicki has done? Pretty much nothing. Megan has a flawless track record as far as I'm concerned with everything. Like, there's people that still think that Megan is lying about the Tory Lanez shit, but if you don't look at the fucking propaganda that Twitter or social media or other hip-hop blogs have posted or spread throughout and still believe, then objectively, Tory Lanez obviously shot Megan, right?
Yeah.
And if that's the case, Tory Lanez is a piece of shit. And if you even listen to Tory Lanez's album, like as a response to that, all he does is whine and bitch about how he thinks he's incorrect without actually giving any sort of evidence. Tory Lanez is a loser.
Yeah, dude. He really is.
Megan The Stallion's a better musician. She's smarter and just a better person overall.
Yeah. No.
Nicki Minaj makes good music. That's all. And she has a lot of really good pop hits. I made this comparison like yesterday when we were talking about this a little bit. She's kind of like, she does the Kanye thing where she's like a big pop artist, but she, every once in a while, she just has a public freak out. And then everyone's like, oh God, this person's insane. And then everyone forgets after like a month or two. And then it's just the cycle of her and Kanye both just saying or doing insane shit. So when I listen to that Nicki Minaj diss Bigfoot, and then when I listen to Nicki Minaj on that Instagram, it feels like something that I shouldn't be watching.
Yeah.
Because it feels like someone's having just like a manic episode, and I feel like she needs a friend to be like, hey, like, listen, I'm just like concerned for you, you know, like both Nicki and Kanye, they wouldn't be saying that type of stuff, or maybe they would say one insane thing and then they would stop because then friends would be like, hey, they would like, they need people close to them, real friends, but it doesn't feel like Nicki has any friends to tell them to not do this.
Yeah.
So in some ways I'm upset, but in some ways I just feel really bad for her, but also I don't because she's an adult. And also she married a rapist, so.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to have friends to know that that's a bad thing. You stopped listening to a lot of American music artists due to the toxicity from the fans between each other. I get that. I respect that point of view, but also if I listened to music having to have like some moral high ground, I would never listen to music again. Because 99% of musicians are kind of shitty in their own way. So it's just kind of like, same with comedians, right? Or any artist. I don't listen to music. Like, there's a line, right? There's a line. I'm not prepared to give a video essay on my stance on morality and whether it's okay to listen to music if the person making it is bad or not. Yeah. You think Kid Cudi and Chance the Rapper talked with Kanye and that got out of his shit list? I certainly hope so, because I like both of them. I like Kid Cudi and Chance the Rapper. Like R. Kelly music or Bill Cosby stand-up. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I've never actually even listened to Bill Cosby stand-up. I just never have.
The only R. Kelly song that
is that I
really
Believe I Can...
that I Believe I Can Fly from...
Oh, Trapped in the Closet.
I've never heard of that one.
Hmm.
The only thing I know is Space Jam.
Dude, Nujabes is so good. He helped create a wave of like the lo-fi hip hop genre. I think he was very influential in that because a lot of his Japanese music also had rappers over it as well. And it was very calm and peaceful. It was kind of sad, but also had like this beautiful mix of like hopefulness to it all the time. Very great. Nujabes is one of my favorites ever. You say that artists die before they have a chance to do something shitty. We don't know if he'd do something shitty though. That's the thing. There's that like Batman quote where you die a hero or live long enough to become the villain.
Yeah.
Who knows? Kurt Cobain. Who knows what he could have done?
Yeah.
But he was in Nirvana, right? And hailed as one of the best guitarists and like writers ever. But he died too early, right?
Yeah.
But who knows? He could have been an absolute prick. We don't know. And here's the thing. I don't know if I believe in the idea that if you're just alive for long enough, you just start doing bad things.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
don't
believe in that idea, because I don't think once you turned 40 into your midlife crisis, all of a sudden you turn into a pedophile. You know, I don't think that's a thing. I think it's just people eventually get the word out when someone is actually brave enough to speak out against you. I think that's ultimately what it is. Yeah, Louis C.K. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't he take a step back because people came out and was like, yeah, he's
absolutely. He definitely
took a scumbag.
He took a huge step back for like 5 years. It felt like.
Yeah,
he was close to that, and he still isn't allowed on like network TV, but he still sells out the Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
But Kurt had that brain where he mocked public opinion. I don't know. He would have went sour. Yeah, probably.
I don't know. I feel like
but also you don't know how people will change and progress.
Yeah, you never know what would have happened, you know. And I guess
because he was only 27.
I guess that's kind of the beauty of his death is that
you don't know.
We would never know how he would turn out as an old man.
It's one of those things where you just like look at something with potential and you see greatness before you, and then you're sad when you can't actually see it blossom. You know, outside of the fact that, and that's just like for like a kind of like selfish point of view, just be like, I just wanted to see his music, right? But ultimately, just him being a human being and dying is tragic in itself. Yeah, he could have been better through this change. And also, people when they're in their 20s, especially if they get fame really young, a lot of times just don't understand the gravity or tend to not always be grateful for their own success. Some people just aren't able to understand or comprehend how wonderful of an opportunity they have, right? Especially since there's people that are in their 30s, 50s, 40s, or forever who have been doing it in their entire life, who have little to no success, right? Ultimately, we just don't know what would have happened.
Yeah.
If he's 27, he could have just been a young, irresponsible 27-year-old or 20-year-old dude, and then once he got into his 30s, he could have matured a little bit. Like especially with like Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters are still making fantastic music. As Dave Grohl's aged, the Foo Fighters. The Foo Fighters. Say I like Christopher Walken.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
The Foo Fighters.
The Foo Fighters. So that, real quick, that is a reference to Dave Grohl was talking about how he was on SNL and Christopher Walken was the host that week. And Christopher Walken asked Dave Grohl, where do you put the emphasis on your name? Is it Foo Fighters or is it Foo Fighters? Like, where do you put the emphasis? Like, Christopher Walken was doing his job as a host, asking it.
Yeah.
And Dave Grohl said, "Oh, it's on the Fighters." So he told him it incorrectly to make him sound like more Christopher Walken. So when Christopher Walken put him on stage, he was like, "Welcome, Foo Fighters."
The Foo Fighters.
The Foo Fighters. But yeah, so Dave Grohl was the drummer for Nirvana, right? And now with the Foo Fighters, their last album, But Here We Are, I think is the name of the album, was beautiful. It was a great and sad but enveloping ode to their drummer that passed, and also Dave Grohl's mother. And that's something that comes with grief and age and wisdom, and it's very possible, especially because Dave Grohl was in Nirvana, that Kurt Cobain could have had a similar path. We never know. That's the thing. We don't know. Yeah, all we can say is it's sad that Kurt Cobain is dead. That's really all we can say. And we can appreciate the music. Sure, fuck Bill Cosby too.
Yeah. Yeah. No, really.
I remember. I wonder if he's ever going to actually go on tour, because like a year or two ago, it was announced that Bill Cosby was going to go on tour. But I think because of very real public backlash, I think it isn't actually going to happen.
Yeah, I don't. Who would go?
I'll be honest, I kind of want to go. I just want to see if it's good or not, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy tickets because I don't want to support him. But I want to find a way to sneak in and just like see what happens.
Get hired at the GSR for one night.
Yeah, I should just apply as a GSR security guard and then only work that shift.
Yeah, only work that shift. I think I'd rather pirate his stand-up. So.
Yeah, you can watch it afterwards if he. But that's the thing. I don't know if he would come out with a special. We don't know if he would. Laugh at you for applying as security? No, I would apply as the security's baton. They would just literally use me as their baton.
See, we'll both apply together as like a pair.
Yeah, we could do the like trench coat thing.
Yeah.
The trench coat thing, we apply as one person. You know, did you ever watch BoJack Horseman?
No.
Oh, Princess Carolyn dated that kid that was basically the trench coat thing, and he just talked, I'm doing a business. And he talked like that, and BoJack would see this with Princess Carolyn, be like, no, it's literally two kids in a trench coat. I don't know how you could see this. And Princess Carolyn's just like, oh, you're just jealous, BoJack. Yeah, ridiculous. We could do that. Well, yeah. Okay, maybe I could just like lie on my resume and say I could do lighting. I could be a stagehand or something. Oh, you know what'd be awesome? I could infiltrate from within. I could be like, I could lie on my resume as like a camera operator, so I could be like holding the camera, and I'd be like, oh, I'm fucking up. Or, you know, like since I don't actually know how to operate a camera, if I applied and I got the job on stage, I could just attempt to do well. And then I'm just like fucking up the camera work as Bill Cosby saying boom bob zippity boop bop boop or whatever the fuck he does, and then I could just accidentally fuck up his camera work. That would be cool because I would get enjoyment out of that. Yeah, like last night I was giving you so much shit.
Yeah, you were really
you were like yesterday I started like giving Kris shit because she made soup, which was delicious, by the way.
Yeah, I made a beef
She made soup and then she ate a bowl and she's like, I want to eat some more, but I don't want to feel full. I'm like, well then fucking eat some more. Quit being a little bitch about it. Just get some more soup if you want some soup. And she's like, but my tummy will be full. And I'm like, I don't care. If you want it, just grab it. Either way, you're gonna complain. You're complaining now. And if you want something, then you'll at least just complain about how full you are. And then you'll do something you want.
I had soup belly for like 4 hours.
Hell yeah.
I was so full, and I was like laying in bed, and my tummy was still warm.
See, that sounds great.
Yeah. Yeah, but it did kind of feel like I was stretching out my stomach. Also, Steven and I are definitely 3 raccoons in a trench coat.
We definitely weigh about as much as 3 raccoons in a trench coat.
Yeah, together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because, by the way, Chris Rojas is going to be next week's guest. So
Yeah.
he's going to come on and eat some snacks.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to talk to us about his opinions on Bill Cosby.
Not
He's
a good
like
idea
a
to
clean
give me
dude.
caffeine.
No?
Not a lot of it, actually.
Why
Not
is that?
often.
Are you just like all over the place? Or like.
Well, it's kind of a Russian roulette of what you're going to get. Am I going to crash? Is it not going to do anything? Or is it going to make me so hyperactive and like, I'll get like manic and I got to be doing something somewhere all the time, bouncing off the walls, talking a million miles an hour, or it can cause a freak out.
Dude, you want to have a rock star and we can go on stream and just see you roll the dice on what you'll be
Yeah.
on stream, and we can see
How will it be today?
caffeinated Chris. Old caffeine Chris.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
What's your favorite comfort food?
I would say Milanesa and orange rice. So Milanesa is like flattened, tenderized, typically like pork or chicken. You can use chicken, but normally people will use pork or beef.
Mm-hmm.
That is dipped in flour, milk, egg, and breadcrumbs, and then fried. And it's delicious. It's been a comfort food ever since I was a kid. That sole, yeah, or the Mexican orange rice. What's that?
I like yogurt. I like yogurt with either like some type of flavored granola and some honey, or sometimes if I want something more light without less protein, I like chop up either a banana or some strawberries with some yogurt and some honey as well. Love me some yogurt.
Oh yeah.
And if I'm doing something for comfort though, like again, I kind of don't like eating food. I mean, I love your food and like it's delicious. I think getting something in my brain is wrong. I like if I want something comforting, I drink something. So I like hot chocolate. I like tea.
Oh yeah.
I
feel
love
like those
tea.
counts as foods.
Yeah. So like chamomile tea, sleepy time, or lemon ginger tea.
Oh yeah. But mac and cheese and fajitas, oh so good. I make a bomb mac and cheese if I don't say so myself. I love mac and cheese, especially when it's all gooey and especially when you get the sauce all nice and creamy. Oh, so good. And then my dad makes awesome chicken fajitas. I know Gray just left, but
Oh yeah.
yeah.
You like fast food as a comfort food? What's your favorite? Oh, Wendy's Baconator.
Oh, I love Baconators, man. Those are so good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good comfort food.
I'll eat a
And it's not
Baconator.
good for you, but it's good comfort food.
I get it though.
I'll start a cookbook.
I have a recipe book. I can share some of my recipes with you guys.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, that would be a good idea.
pretzel
We could
bun.
share that on. Dude, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Pretzel bun. Dude, pretzel buns are where it's at.
Yeah. Actually, I was even starting to think about recording myself cooking and just starting like a show, Chaos Cooking.
Yeah, chaos cooking with
Just
Chris.
Chaos Cooking with
Chaos
Chris.
cooking with Chris.
Yeah. So.
Midnight snack cookbook and munchies ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, snacks and munchies.
Snacks and munchies.
And meals. That's not a bad idea. If this ever, God forbid, if it ever takes off to like something where it makes legitimate money, that would be cool. But like, dude, if we got more than like 5 viewers, holy shit, even that would blow my mind.
Honestly.
Because I'm just happy having you guys here.
Banana.
Banana.
Cooking with crystal meth.
But it's spelled Kris Meth.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm your host, Kris Meth.
We're making rock candy today.
Yeah.
Crystal Kris.
She's a crystal girl. But which kind? Who knows?
Who knows?
Is she crazy or does she like rocks?
It's so funny because either one you can't tell.
Either way, you can't tell what I mean.
Yeah. Oh man, my favorite stoner snack? My favorite candy snack is the strawberry sour belts. But
oh, gay bacon.
Yeah.
Gay bacon.
I love the strawberry sour belts. And also the sour cream and onion Pringles, spicy Doritos.
Do you like the spicy Doritos or do you like the spicy Doritos with
spicy
lime?
nacho Doritos? The spicy nacho Doritos. Those are the best ones. Or the Dynamite Doritos. So good.
The ones that are like kind of like Takis.
Yeah, in the green bag. Delicious.
Oh, also we have a
What
new
about you
snack,
guys?
the picnics. You can get them at Winco. And it comes
for
with
like
a
a
lot.
couple dollars.
So good. Banana. Okay, I'll give you a piece, Banana. Is that okay? I'll give you a small piece of salmon. Let's show the camera. Just put your face into it.
Oh, I also really like 100-gram bars.
My favorite candy bar is
Three Musketeers. Oh, sorry.
Favorite... How fucking dare you?
Sorry.
You fucking bitch.
Yeah.
My favorite candy bar is dark chocolate Milky Ways. They are so good.
Milky Ways are good.
God, dark chocolate ones specifically though, contrast that nougat so well.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite stoner snacks, picnics are definitely one of them.
Yeah.
I really like iced honey buns. Iced honey buns are so good.
Yeah,
and I've got like a thing of and I've got nutty bars.
Oh yeah,
they're like the
bars.
peanut butter chocolate wafers. The little Debbie ones. Super good. Jenny Craig sounds like meth Jenny Craig.
Isn't crank like another term for heroin or something like that?
Yeah, it's like yeah. You see Jenny Crank.
You know how I lost all this weight?
Yeah, when
heroin.
Yeah.
What are abazabas? I want to know what abazabas are. That is not a real thing.
Oh my god, I've seen these. Abazabas.
Oh,
they're peanut butter chocolate.
Oh,
they're chewy taffy chocolate peanut butter things.
Yeah.
Abazabas.
Oh, okay, I've seen those before.
I'll lose weight. Jenny Crank is here to replace all your food and keep you awake for 2 weeks.
We're not trying to lose weight, we're trying to gain it.
Yeah, we are. We are collectively one average pound human.
We gotta sit on them for a while to make them stretchy.
Okay,
I'll get us a few so we can each we can each butt warm each other.
Tastes like my roommate's butt. Just how I like.
It tastes
Oddly enough, that's how he cooked the salmon.
Yeah,
Kris just
with my hot
sat
ass.
on. Yeah, it's just on Kris's hot ass.
This salmon was so big, Brittany.
Not as big as your ass.
Not as big as my ass.
Yeah.
Mexican candy snacks are awesome, man. Like
Some
those,
of them are good.
It's like a chocolate marshmallow raspberry cookie type thing. It's delicious. I can't remember what it's called, but I like to put them in the freezer. Oh, so good.
I can't remember if these are Mexican candies, but you remember the candy raspberries?
Yes.
Those are really good.
Those are so good.
Tell your friends, tell your family about Crystal and her cooking.
Now people are gonna get the wrong idea about what my name is.
Yeah, her name is Kris. Or Kristen.
Kristen. 10.
Excuse me. Well, you're a 10 to me.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Gay!
I also threw up.
The chili covered suckers. I think the pear shaped ones are actually supposed to be like a mango slice.
Fun fact about banana runts, though. Banana runts taste the way they are because that was a flavor of an actual species of banana. So they tasted like actual bananas.
Yeah.
But those species of banana just died out, and none of the bananas that exist actually taste like banana runts.
Due to like a plague that is now plaguing the current bananas that we have, so we might end up losing those within the next like decade or so.
So they might just not have bananas.
No, we'll actually end up moving on to a different, to probably a different species of banana.
Oh, so then we'll just have different flavored bananas.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'll give well, hold on. I'll wait till she stopped moving to give her a pat on the head. It looks like I'm like kidding. She's like looking up at me like, what was that for? I'll give her some scratches. How about some scratches? She seemed disturbed by the head pat.
Yeah, she's like want the head pats. Kind of the best. I'm kind of a genius. Oh. Bubble Boy made me feel high tide.
Freaking Crystal Chris.
Hey.
And you're watching the Foo Fighters.
The Foo Fighters.
You want to talk about the Mandela effect?
Oh, actually, I do.
Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
And the fact that he was in Shazam.
I didn't mention that one. Mandela
I don't know
effect.
what you're talking about. I'm just describing that he was in Shazam.
No, it wasn't him. It was
Sinbad.
Sinbad. Yeah.
And Shaquille O'Neal. They were all three on the cover.
Oh wait, no, Sinbad was in other movies. Shaquille O'Neal was the one that was in Shazam.
Yeah,
it was Shazam. Yeah, not Shazam.
Oh yeah, Shazam is not. Shazam is that app that tells you what song you're listening to.
Also a superhero.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about the Mandela effect?
Okay, so this is what I have to say about the Mandela effect. The false memory effect, also known as the Mandela effect, often described as a fascinating phenomenon in which people share a collective memory that never happened. The Mandela effect was named after Nelson Mandela, who was arrested for sedition by joining the Communist Party in his country. He was sentenced to life in prison but served 27 years before being released in 1990. In 1994, he became the first South African president and eventually passed away in 2013. In 2009, a woman named Fiona Broom was shocked to learn that Nelson Mandela was still alive because she distinctly remembered hearing about him passing while still in prison. After speaking to others who have the same memory, she decided to make a website. Once the story of false memory hit social media, it took to the masses like wildfire. There were thousands of people sharing the same memory of Nelson Mandela passing away in prison. But it doesn't end there. Suddenly, people on social media were pointing out false memories such as the portrait of Henry VIII. Some people were calling him eating or holding a turkey leg in a famous portrait of his, but no such portrait exists. More false memories people share. Some are famous misquotes, such as lines like Vader saying, "Luke, I am your father," when the real line is, "No, I am your father," or Disney's famous "Mirror, mirror on the wall." It's actually magic mirror on the wall.
That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, and it's just like famous misquotes. So I can totally understand some of these can be misquote memories because every time you remember something, it's just a memory of the last time you remember it. So if you were wrong the first time, there's a good chance that you will continue to be wrong because that's just how you remember it. That's just how your brain is going to copy it for the next time.
False memories are a thing that your brain does all the time.
It really does. It does it like pretty often.
But what's particularly weird is when other people also have those same false memories.
Which is actually kind of related to mass hallucinations and stuff like that.
Right.
Because people will have like mass hallucinations, which is like a whole different like topic. I don't want to. That's like a whole different tangent that we'll talk about for a good hour. Another quote people tend to get famously wrong, and I personally think it was someone trying to make fun of Sally Field's speech after she won the Oscar in 1985. People tend to remember the bit more than the actual quote. So if you've ever heard of somebody dramatically saying, "You like me, you really like me," that was what people remember when she actually said, "I cannot deny the fact that you like me right now. You like me." Which I feel from the verbiage, she was conveying something completely different than what people were making fun of her for. In 2012, there was another end of the world scare because of the Mayan calendar was ending for like the 10th time. And because this was towards the end of the world is ending craze, conspiracy theories started to run rampant and people began theorizing the Mandela effect was actually because the world did end and somehow our universe got merged in with another universe. And that's why some people will remember their wieners coming from Meyer rather than Mayer, which is like another Mandela effect. It's not Meyer, which I tend to remember it as. It's Mayer. Right. Oscar Mayer.
Is it actually MAY?
Yeah.
I thought it was ME.
Me too. Which actually would make a pretty good B sci-fi movie, but doesn't really have very much merit to it.
Right.
So,
because there's no evidence other than the fact that it's a thought. Precisely.
But there are other examples of the Mandela effect, such as the Bernstein Bears and the Bernstein Bears, and even Looney Tunes and Looney Tunes, and the Fruit of the Loom having a cornucopia as part of their logo. These are some examples of the Mandela effect where people found proof of what they remember. Most recently, a woman had an argument over Twitter about a Fruit of the Loom having a cornucopia in their logo. Fruit of the Loom commented a photo of their logo progression since they opened with none of them having a cornucopia. The woman replied with a photo of her own. She looked in her closet and found an old Fruit of the Loom shirt where a logo on the printed tag shows a cornucopia. Now, the conspiracy theory of the Mandela effect has morphed into the government is trying to see how much history they can change right before our eyes, which is a better theory, both story-wise and could be true. Our government has done some shady shit, and I honestly wouldn't put it past them to test the masses to see how much history they can change right before our eyes. So that's the Mandela effect.
Yeah, the Fruit of the Loom logo and the Monopoly guy would be a great one. Is like the Fruit of the Loom one with the cornucopia in the logo. I thought for sure that was in the logo, but apparently it's not.
Yeah, and actually, the Monopoly guy, I think somebody actually found a game where he does have a monocle.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think some of it probably did. I think I have that conspiracy, though, where I think there was a lot of corporations that changed their logo and just deleted any partial existence that they could have of the previous logo and just didn't tell anyone. Yeah. That's what I think is a lot more likely. But you remember distinctly as Mayor? Well, you're from the incorrect universe then, and me and Kris are from the correct one.
Yeah.
You Meyer ass bitch. I remember the wiener as Mayor. Because I'm the mayor of Flavortown.
Yeah. I do remember the Kit Kat having a dash in it.
I thought for sure it had a dash. But no, I know that, like, they changed it. Like, it doesn't currently. But I thought at a certain point it had a dash.
Yeah, me too. I thought it had a dash.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a Mandela effect.
That was a plaid skirt. Yeah.
It was a plaid skirt?
Yeah, but in the music video, it was like, now I guess it's a black skirt. But, like, I distinctly remember it being a plaid skirt because we were all obsessed with plaid skirts when that music video came out.
Mm-hmm. I'm not familiar with that one. I wasn't that big into Britney Spears when I was younger. Yeah. I was a big Christian Catholic boy. You had a beef with her because she spelled the name wrong? Your name is Brittany?
Yeah.
Or Nay?
Brittany.
Brittany?
Yeah.
Brittany, I'm gonna level with you. I think Spears has it spelled correctly. Yeah, your name's Brittany.
Yeah, Brittany.
Not Brittany. It's Brittany. I say that, but I will say this. My name, if you pronounce it the way it's supposed to be spelled, is Stefan. Which, no, that's not my name, so don't call me So I have no room to talk.
The Bernstein Bears, people did find books saying that it's Bernstein and not Bernstein, which is what they were saying, that it's Bernstein.
I'll Bernstein your pants.
Is that a threat or a promise?
Yes.
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 Yeah, I thought Curious George did have a tail because he's supposed to be a monkey and not a chimp.
I don't remember him having a tail.
Yeah.
And I was really into Curious George when I was a kid.
I was into Zaboomafoo.
Like, I would read Curious George books when I was in the hospital. Like, that was, like, my thing.
Yeah.
I would read Curious George books in the hospital, and then my little plushy green rabbit named Carrot.
That's adorable.
Yeah, I was just so freaking cute.
Yeah, I was really into Winnie the Pooh books. I had a really big Winnie the Pooh book. Yeah, I made my dad read me. I don't know, brains are so weird because we can create our own memories. We can,
Everyone
our audio,
does it.
yeah, everybody does it.
We're all delusional, everyone.
On like some level, we are all delusional. Completely. Yes.
You just kind of have to accept whatever delusion is working for you.
Yeah. Audio processing is super weird. Like, visual processing is super weird. Just, like, your brain is your own personal computer, you know?
Your brain
and it's
is your own...
It's not going to be perfect.
Your brain is your own personal gaslight machine.
It really is.
It's a brilliant gaslight machine. Anyone here a Marshmallow Mateys guy? Instead of Lucky Charms? Dude, I ate the fuck out of Marshmallow Mateys.
I like both.
How did people eat Marshmallow Mateys or Lucky Charms? Because I always ate the actual cereal part first, and then I would save all of the marshmallows for the end.
Yeah.
And then I would drink the sugary soup. I would save all the marshmallows for the end.
Same.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, it was the best.
Yeah, I would chase around the little, like, grainy bits.
Yeah, just, like, chase it around and just being like... Like,
yeah, you gotta get to the very, very last one, even if it's just, like, one on your spoon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's it. All right, now I can get into the
Now I can get into the good part. Yep.
Yeah. Now we get to the good part.
One of my favorite things to do is, like, to make a porn.
It's heinous. Sorry, what?
If it's heinous, shove it up your anus. Sorry. Rhyming makes me so happy. Crap, I lost what I was gonna say. One of my favorite things to do to like make like a poor person's mocha is make coffee and then put some hot chocolate in it. That's really good.
I used to do
because it's kind of like a
7-Eleven.
poor person's mocha.
Yeah.
It's really good, honestly.
Yeah. Mix a little bit of the... You go to 7-Eleven, you mix a little bit of the vanilla latte with the hot chocolate, put a bunch of cinnamon and a bunch of marshmallows on top. Perfect.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Maybe add a little bit of sweetener to it just to make it like extra sweet, but...
Boof your hot chocolate. I think that's called an enema.
An hot chocolate enema.
That's actually like ideal because you're not only using a laxative, so you're basically deep cleaning your butthole with hot chocolate and coffee.
Actually, like, isn't there such a thing as a coffee enema? Like,
I think I know it is.
There is.
There is a coffee enema.
There's a coffee enema.
That's actually what I call that's what I actually name the last man that I slept with. No, it's not. That's he was deep in my heart. We have the same desk. Do we really? Well, so if this is a desk, this isn't a desk. These are actually two TV trays. So they look like a desk, but it's actually just a TV tray. See? I don't want to move it too much, but yeah. But it might be the same type of wood. Did I ever learn to juggle? Actually, that's a good question. Should I try and juggle right now? I don't think I've tried to juggle in years. So let's try it again. Attempt number 2. That was pitiful. No, I never learned how to juggle. No, I'm not breaking shit. I just threw some markers because I'm mad because I'm bad at juggling. I should just immediately be good at things. Right? I don't know if these are from round one. If they are, that's great. But this plushie is actually from my friend Brittany, who is in chat. So thank you. This banana plushie, my friend Jessica gave to me for my birthday this year. I don't know if they got them from round one, but they were gifts from people that I love. But maybe I should start doing a juggling thing. Oh, one of the things I thought about, do this, but this was like a trend a few years ago back in, Banana! No, you have a scratching post. Sorry, excuse me. Banana was using the mic stand as a scratching post, which is not cool. There's this device that is supposed to simulate what it's like to have period cramps. Don't look at it like you want to scratch it again. But I thought that would be fun to have me try on stream. To have me be hooked up to something that simulates what it's supposed to be like to have menstrual cramps. Apparently it's very painful, you know. I think that would be fun. You want all the men in our circle to try the period cramp simulator? Hell yeah. That would be, like, I think the world would be a better place if men not only cared, but understood what it's like to have period cramps. Like, I want to try it. I want to know what it's like. I will say this, I don't know if it's actually effective, because it's essentially just, I think it's called a net machine. It's just like something that contracts your muscles. So if you like attach it here, then it's supposed to kind of act as something that contracts your muscles, like a menstrual cramp does. But it's not a TEMS machine. That's right. Thank you, Dom. So it's not perfectly accurate because menstrual cramps are inside of your body, where this just contracts surface level muscles. But it is something, you know. But I think if, like, I don't know. I think people should just have more empathy, you know, ultimately. Love watching it, but it won't be accurate. It can still give you an idea what it's like when you're in pain. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's not perfectly accurate. I don't know even where that thing came from. I don't think it was ever supposed to be something that simulates menstrual cramp. You have one for pain, works when it's on. Oh, gotcha. Right on. So it's supposed to help with actual pain sometimes. Gotcha. We're talking about right now, I'm talking about TEMS machine. I was talking to, I think, Ray last night about how, because we were watching a show where they had people put a TEMS machine on the inside of them, yeah. And it's supposed to simulate menstrual cramps. Mm-hmm. And I want to try that. I think that would be fun for me to try on stream at some point.
I think that'd be fun to watch you try.
Absolutely. I would be in a lot of pain. But I really need to go to the bathroom right now. I will be right back. Please watch Banana. And make sure you...
Alright, friends, this is my show now. That's what they did when I was going to the chiropractor. And it was the, like, electric pulse thing. Oh, yeah, it felt so good. Grossly misjudged how much milk I was heating up. So I brought ice cream, too. Or who else should we get to try it? Kris, you down? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, what a trooper. I'm sure we can get Ray and Alex to do it. We'll get all the guys together and we'll just be like, hey, do this for us. It'll be great.
I fucking destroyed that toilet.
Good for you.
Yeah, dude, that felt great.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Banana.
Damn it, Banana, you have a scratching post. What if I used you as a scratching post? How about that? Has Been Hotel. Let's talk about that real quick. So we literally just watched the first 2 episodes of Has Been Hotel.
Yeah, we did.
And super good. Because I'm also a big fan of Hell of a Boss, which I found out after watching this is done by the same creator. and it's super good. The animation's great. The premise of it in itself is super great because it's one of those things where it's like it. I've never thought of that idea of once you're in hell to give like the idea that people would have a shot of redemption.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
That's such a great concept because it's such a good like idea of like, well, once you're there, is it literally only suffering? That's such a good premise.
Yeah.
It's so unique and it's really smart. And of course, the animation is really well done.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. And it's really well written. I mean, we've only watched the first 2 episodes so far.
Yeah, we watched the pilot episode on YouTube, the one that the girl did by herself, or like with a small team or whatever of animators. And then we also did the very first episode that they have on Amazon. So it was pretty dope.
Big fan of Has Been Hotel. Dude, freaking the idea that that Adam is in heaven, but he's just an absolute dick.
Yeah, he's a dickwad.
And he's just the original dick.
Yeah.
So funny. Oh, the Dick Master. He's voiced by Beetlejuice? Oh, really? Fuck yeah, that's so dope. Dude, yeah, hell of a boss. And also Has Been Hotel. God damn, it's so cool. I just really love animation in general. We've been watching so many, ever since I've been your roommate, I've watched so many different really good, not only animes, but just animated shows in general. One of the things I'm so glad that has like changed since I was a kid. Now I'm only 29, so I'm still pretty young, right? Animation is no longer just for kids anymore. Animation is loved by adults of all ages now at this point. There's adult animes, there's adult like American TV shows that are animation, and it's accepted now. It's not just a kids thing. I love that change because animation is super cool. And I think one of the things that really accidentally helped that cause too is Disney Channel's live action movies being so much shittier.
Yeah.
Every single Disney live action movie has sucked significantly worse than the animated movies previously. Mm-hmm. And I think then also people, especially adults that were initially like, oh, animated movies are for kids, even the adults are watching these live action Disney movies and they're like, wait, I just watched Lion King with my son, like the original one, and that is way better than the live action Lion King. Even me as an adult now.
Yeah. I've still not seen the live action Lion King.
I never did because I didn't care.
Strictly because they got rid of Scar's song, so I was like, I'm out. Instantly out. Bye.
Yeah, well that's the thing. I remember just seeing the previews of live action Lion King and it looked like their faces didn't have expressions.
Well, yeah, because they don't, because they wanted
it to be realistic.
Yeah, but like,
which is fine, I guess, but it's unnecessarily limiting.
Yeah, if they wanted to have a live action, they should have CGI'd it. You know, right. Like if they had done a more 3D animation, like the way that they did like Rapunzel and stuff like that. You know, Princess and the Frog, that would have been beautifully done. Yeah. You know, that would have been beautiful. I would have loved to see a different art style for it. Maybe like some throwbacks. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe modernize it a little bit. That would have been cool. But
yeah, because they were trying really hard to be adamant about making it live action or realistic. Because they're so adamant about that and making it realistic. Because they're unwilling to let go of that, it just makes the movie worse off as a result. Yeah. Because their inability to let go of that. Little Mermaid was actually good. I don't know if it was, but I just remember I heard that like it was actually decent in itself. You know what I mean? But even still, I looked at some of the animation and it's still
Yeah,
just
it still has the
even
same
the
issue.
animation, even though it was beautiful and it was well done, it still didn't have as much personality and versatility that the original movie had.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean animation is better by default than other shows that are live action, but it just doesn't make sense when part of what makes the Disney movies great is its personality and versatility with the animation.
Well, the new Avatar, the live action one, they've had their blessing from the animated team. Even had some help from the animated team at the beginning of the project, and then the animated team had to step away because of creative differences, but still gave out their blessing of like, you guys are gonna do what you guys got to do, and we're gonna trust it because I guess they were getting rid of Sozin's comet, and that was like a huge point of contention for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually kind of looking forward to it, especially because there hasn't been a live action Avatar: The Last Airbender that I can recall.
Nope.
Nope.
This is the first one.
This is the first one, so I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Seeing the first one.
Seeing the very first live action Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah. People were mad that she was black.
Which is weird.
Which is weird, because it sounds like you're just racist, which you are.
Yeah, they were like...
That is what it comes down to. You can pussyfoot your way around it. Oh, it's not realistic. Oh, blah, blah. No, it's ultimately because you're just upset that someone that is not white is on a show that you wish was whiter.
Yeah. Weird.
Get over yourself. It's a movie. It's okay for a fictional character in a made-up script with talking sea creatures.
Like, never described in the original story, actually.
No.
Like, was never described physically. So, like, just in the Disney version. That's all.
Yeah, that's why if you were upset about it, you're probably just racist. Even though you might not even know that you are, or you might not think it, you may lie to yourself, and because it's authenticity reasons. But if you did more than one thought, because there's like a thought where you're like, oh, that's weird that she's black. I don't like that that's weird and I'm uncomfortable. Like, that's their thought. They just have that first thought, and then they keep it forever, and then that's why they're racist forever and they're dumb. But then there's people that see are like, oh, that's weird that she's black. That's interesting. And then people are like, okay, well, I'm going to move on with my life because it actually doesn't matter. Yeah.
Anyone singing Cinderella starring Brandy and Whitney Houston? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did like that one, actually. There's a lot of Cinderella remakes out there, you know. Yeah, the one with Brandy and Whitney Houston, I think that was the only one that had a cast of color. Even the prince was Asian or something like that.
Mm.
Yeah, the Daughters of Triton are
based off of the different seas of the world.
Yeah.
Which also, applying a race to sea creatures, human race to sea creatures, is inherently fictional and kind of silly in itself.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't care to see if a clownfish is Indian or black or white. Sorry, it's a fucking clownfish, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Mermaids, fictional. As far as I'm concerned, mermaids are aliens like octopus. They could just be aliens from space, and they could be down here, and then they could be blue, or gray, or whatever. Yeah, it's exactly when people say Jesus is white.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a lot of people say that. Maybe some people do. But it's mostly just, a lot of people. Especially in the Catholic Church. When I was born and raised in South Dakota, remember every single Sunday looking up at that cross right next to the altar, just big white Jesus, and he is shredded too, just big white ripped Jesus.
And then you'll always have those really old white women who are just like, well, actually, part of area where Israel has a lot of like white East Asian. Well, they know.
Not a whole lot. No.
Really.
Not a lot. If they do,
Okay.
they're not born there. They are expats or foreigners that moved there.
And his washboard abs. Yeah, I wish I had abs like that.
Dude, I would. Fuck Jesus. Dude, how much do you think the course of humanity would have changed if Jesus got head like once? I think life would be a lot more different. I think there would be a lot less slut shaming. I think there would be a lot less homophobia if someone just ate Jesus' ass. Life would be better.
Wasn't there like an episode of Ancient Aliens or something like that where they were saying that that Jesus got married? And it wasn't Ancient Aliens, but it was like somewhere on the History Channel. I just remember this really old white lady that was talking about how like Jesus got married, and I was like, but how do you know? How do you know? And she's like, there's evidence, and I'm like,
but you can't just say that there's evidence. Yeah. What? Show us the evidence. It's like you're a QAnon person. Show us you can't just say there's evidence, but there's not any actual evidence.
Which is so funny because like saying that they're a QAnon person when like QAnon was made as a joke.
Yeah, that literally the creator of QAnon was like, I'm so sorry. They literally apologized because it was a meme that people decided to take seriously. Dude, aliens used to freak me out as a kid. I need to rewatch the movie Signs because I saw that movie when I was way too young, and that freaked me the fuck out. There was 2 scenes specifically that freaked me out. One was the birthday party scene.
Oh,
yeah, the scene of the footage with the alien walking in the birthday party, and also the scene where the guy puts his fingers underneath the door and then gets them cut off. Also, as a very young boy, freaked me out.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. Shit like that kind of freaks me out.
Yeah.
Like watching, I watched Pet Sematary when I was way too young. And the whole scene where the guy gets his Achilles heel cut still freaks me out to this day. Mm-hmm. I know it's just like corn syrup and strawberry sauce, you know, just it's not real blood. It doesn't even look like real blood, but man, it freaks me the fuck out. Freaks me out.
Yeah.
He and his total apostles weren't all a molecule. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were. They were all like...
They were all running a train on each other.
Yeah.
I bet the 12 apostles were just the original human centipede. Straight up.
They're all sitting at their long wooden table.
Yeah, their last meal, my ass.
Yeah.
And their ass.
Yeah, their ass.
Their asses were their last meal. Haunted, or rather have an alien... I would rather have an alien encounter. I don't want to be haunted. I don't want things following me. I don't want things being here. Because an alien encounter, that can just be, like, a Mexican.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Are the encounters friendly or unfriendly? And here he is talking about my cousin.
Oh my god. Okay. Jokes aside, I still would rather have an alien encounter. If I saw an alien, I would be scared, but like if it was just like an encounter where I just saw one, I'd be like, oh, that's an alien.
But
I don't want to be haunted because that implies something menacing.
Yeah, are the aliens going to like keep me as a pet? Because I'd be down with that. Like, ask me about human life? That'd be pretty cool. But if they're there to experiment on me, be like, nah, I think I'd rather be haunted. It
depends on what the experiment is. So people...
No, like, stick of truth. I don't...
No?
No.
I bet over anything they would probably start with, like, a psychological one.
Maybe.
Probably. People talk about, like, aliens and, like, doing... like, getting probed or experimenting on your body. But, honestly, aliens can do that to dead bodies, and they would probably do that first, if anything, and they probably already have, if they exist, which apparently they exist, right? I think the thing where they would experiment is they would do psychological tests, things like that, right? Now, with psychological tests, we don't know how humane they would be as well, because they could be psychological tests like what they did during World War II, where they were just awful and damaging and
that'd be kind of interesting. That would be an interesting story. If you were to get abducted by aliens and they would put you into a simulation just to see how you would react to the simulation.
What if this is the simulation?
Oh my God,
and aliens are watching this simulation we are currently in?
Holy shit.
They'd probably be super intelligent and wouldn't intend to cause us harm. Or at the very least, they would just see us as insignificant.
Yeah.
It's kind of like where I'm kind of in this same stance that, like, if God or some type of deity or some type of higher power is, I think we're just insignificant. I think, like, not that, like, aliens would be our god, but I feel like if aliens are super intelligent and they do have the ability to travel across the universe at light speed or faster than light speed, then we probably just are insignificant to them. And I feel like that's kind of, in my brain, also what a higher power would be as well. I don't necessarily they would cause us harm or that they would even be nice to us. I just don't think we're significant, because I don't think the universe or we are significant to the universe at all either. Like there's that type of mindset where there's nihilism, where life is meaningless. I don't buy into that. I don't think life is meaningless. I think you build your own meaning, but I do think life is insignificant, if that makes sense. Because I think life is meaningless is unnecessarily, like, pessimistic and depressing and just not true. Because if life is meaningless, then why does anything even exist anyways, right?
Yeah.
Like, we exist, therefore it has meaning. I think.
Y'all look like
Swifties. We look like Swifties? I mean, I like Taylor Swift. I'm not a Swiftie, though.
Yeah, I don't actively listen to her music, but there's some songs that'll occasionally come on my radio that I'm like, okay, alright, I'll listen to this.
Earth could find life in other planets. Do you think we would experiment in other alien life forms?
I think we would, and I think we have.
Would. I mean, if you believe in the idea that those aliens already exist,
well, so
then we technically already have.
During COVID, they did admit there was a guy who came on from in front of the Senate and was like, so here's all the documents of Roswell and like a bunch of other stuff that proves that aliens exist and that we did find like a ship in Roswell and a life form as well, and that they have it, like they have all the shit. They haven't released all the stuff about it, but they did release that much about Roswell. And then a few months ago, everybody started remembering again. I was like, oh my god, did you hear that they, like, the government admitted that aliens exist? And it's like, yeah, no shit, they did this in the middle of COVID.
That's been the stream. Thank you so much, everyone. This has been the best stream so far. And also part of that is thanks to you guys as well, because we had a lot of people show up. So thank you so much for everyone who showed up today. We are very grateful. Well, I'm not going to speak for you. You might be bitter and sad. I knew it. I knew it.
No, really. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming and joining us today. That was, like, super awesome.
We'll be back next week. And again, we'll have Chris Rojas on the stream.
Yep.
We're going to hang out with him. Kris and Mollman.
Yeah.
2 Mexicans and a twink. Hell yeah.
Twink in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here.